welcome to another episode of the playonultra podcast. This is episode 107.
Woo!
Yeah.
There's nothing special about the number 107, so
Yeah.
I got nothing for you guys.
I feel like it was a game or a bar, something. If I Google 107, the first result is... Oh, it's a number. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Thanks, Google. Dang
Thanks,
it.
Google.
Stupid piece of crap.
I found a player, like a met107.fm kind of thing.
Oh.
I think it's
Cool.
The radio
I think it's in
station.
Thailand.
Oh,
There's a 107 bus route in London.
nice. So yeah, welcome to episode 107. We are celebrating, the London bus line.
Okay, so there's an American restaurant called 107
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
in Paris, Texas. There's a place called
Nope,
Paris
never
in
mind that.
Texas.
Yes.
There is.
There's also a Paris,
Why?
Tennessee. There's a
And
Paris,
a
Tennessee
Stonehenge,
too.
Texas.
There's a Paris, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So there are two Parises. So there are
Yes.
3 Parises in the world. 2 of them in America.
There's probably more than 3, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
bad. I don't know, man.
Is it
Word
to
association.
commemorate the war?
It's not even like New Paris. It's just Paris.
It's just
Yeah.
I know. At least
I mean,
I
like,
know.
I understand New England, New Mexico.
New
Actually,
York.
I don't really understand
They
that
were-
either.
They were founded by people from there, theoretically.
Is
Maybe.
that the reason why it's called New England, New Mexico?
Yes.
I-
Because colonists.
Colonialized.
So
Yeah.
Western
Mexicans invaded you guys?
No, we took it from them.
We just took it from
Right.
them. Yeah, we're like, yeah, we made New Mexico.
Obviously, I was like, the Mexicans invaded. That's not right.
I wonder if they called it New Mexico or if we just called it New Mexico to taunt them.
Probably the latter. Oh, jeez.
So yeah, video games.
Anyway, about video games. Also, it's my birthday, so yeah. Go
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Sarahscopic. Everybody
you.
subscribe and stuff.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
best birthday present.
You did a
Alright.
live stream.
I did. This is literally just 5 seconds ago. I just did a live stream. My debut on Twitch. It was crazy.
You
I
played Life is Strange.
Yes, I played Life is Strange. I ended up on that because I couldn't decide on a game. So I was like, what's a game where it might be interesting, people might be interested in watching it, I haven't played yet, and I won't necessarily rage quit on? I'll do Life is Strange, I guess. So, been meaning to play that anyway. I was originally not going to ever record Life is Strange. I wanted to just play it on my own and experience it for myself. Because when I first heard about the game, I definitely was very interested in it. And especially once it got pretty good reviews, I was like, oh, cool, this is the kind of game I like. 'Cause it's like a Telltale game, except,
Better.
you can rewind time.
Or gameplay.
Yeah,
Actual
exactly.
puzzles.
I actually think it's
Right.
yeah, because of the rewind. I think it's better than the Telltale.
Yeah,
games.
it's definitely interesting, and you can kind of, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more interesting in how that mechanic works. And in fact, actually, even just the basics of the mechanic of rewinding time to just like sidestep from a boulder actually works okay, funny enough. But yeah, so I played that on my live stream and went pretty well. I got through episode 1 and got probably about halfway through episode 2, or maybe a third of the way before I had to stop. But yeah.
How long was the live stream?
I started around 6:30. It's currently, I had to stop around 11 p.m. So about, give or take, 4.5 hours. So I guess why I got,
about 10 hours, I think.
yeah,
Ish.
about, it took me, I think, about like 2.5 hours to get through the first episode. So, or 3 hours. So I didn't really have much time for the second one. But that's okay. But yeah, I'll probably be continuing that. I am definitely enjoying it. The criticism of the wonky dialogue was definitely merited. It is definitely very awkward. Several times I was listening to the phrases they were using, and I was like, do they know how people speak?
It's very
And-
forced.
They're not even American, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely like, who says that? There are a lot of moments where I was saying that.
Hey,
Yeah,
fellow
don't know this
kids.
French. Yeah,
Oh,
from
yeah.
Paris.
Remember Me was set in like Neo-France,
Yes.
Paris, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yes, it
They're
was.
from Paris,
Yes.
France, not Paris, Texas.
Yeah, not Paris, Texas, though. This is set in
we, should,
Oregon.
we should overly be specific on everything. Like, it's say hockey. We mean not field hockey. When you say there's like disambiguate things which are not really
Not
that
necessary.
ambiguous. Yeah,
A ladder versus step ladder.
exactly.
I made a Phoenix Wright joke. Sorry.
Yes,
But
you did.
yeah, I did. Sorry, because I'm lame. Anyway, so Life is Strange, or Life is Not Strange. But I'm enjoying it so far.
It does
I'm
have like it doesn't have the same like amount of following like Undertale, but it does
Yeah.
have like that.
a cult following. Yeah.
People still watch Let's Plays and like live stream, even if you do it now. Of these
Yeah.
kind of games like Undertale, Life is Strange. I think it's,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of it is because it's the themes and the subject matter is different. Like like the female protagonist and blah blah blah.
Right. It's definitely, I definitely saw that. I didn't get, of course, tons of views because I'm new to Twitch, but part of the reason also is I forgot to advertise that I was playing Life is Strange on the Twitch thing. You can do that, and I forgot to do that before I started, so that was probably, I will learn that for next time. But yeah, no, definitely. It's interesting. I mean, it's definitely was a memorable game for a lot of people, and I can see
Yeah.
why. I think one thing though is I felt like I don't know, the friends that I knew who played it, I felt like a lot of them really liked Chloe, and I can't stand her right now. I don't know if that's gonna change.
Yeah, now it's gonna change.
Okay, because right now I can't stand her right now. She's just I
It's like the
understand. she's-
Hound from Game of Thrones.
Okay,
Or Lars
okay.
in the Steven Universe.
Got it. Okay, yeah. Okay. Got it. That's fine. I'm sure over time she'll tug at my heartstrings, but
Wait,
right
did you
now
play
I'm
Life is
just
Strange
like-
4?
No, how much Let's Play?
Okay.
He gets it. It's close enough in this world. But yeah, so maybe hopefully later on I will learn to like her. But right now she just is pissing me off. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I am scared for my life, kind of, because I'm like making all these choices where I'm like, I know I'm gonna get murdered. I'm gonna get murdered. Like something bad's gonna
They
happen. 'Cause I'm
actually
trying to do
matter.
the right thing. I'm like trying to do the right
Yeah,
thing,
they
and I'm
actually
pretty
matter,
sure
yeah.
it's not gonna end well. But that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, so I played Life is Strange. That's one game I played this week. Woo! Just this now.
Wait, I thought you said you played 2 games. No?
I did play 2 games.
Oh.
I played, so I'm just trying to catch my breath. Sorry, folks. So I also, for my birthday, my boyfriend was very sweet to me because I was he's been playing Fire Emblem Awakening, and I've already finished that game, and he never played it. And I was like lamenting how I didn't have another Fire Emblem game to play, and I didn't really want to buy the Fates because there's 3 of them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't.
It's fucking becoming Pokemon now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I can't play these. But they released a new one that's a remake of an older one, Shadows of Valentia, recently. So he bought
many
that.
Fire Emblem games.
I know. So he bought that for me for my birthday. This is just a standalone game. There's no other stuff, and it's very different. I was told beforehand that it was a very different for Fire Emblem. Like even when it came out a long time ago, it was very different, and I can see why. And I quite enjoy it. Some of the things, they don't have the support conversations and the marriage stuff and the kids stuff like Awakening does and the Fates games do, which is whatever. They do have support conversations, but it's not quite the same thing. The way the tactics work is mostly the same, but I don't know, so many parts of it are very, very different. So like one that's very different is usually you have more control of what classes people go to, but in this game you really don't. Everyone's kind of stuck in one class track. So, which in all honesty is probably better for me because I spent way too many hours pouring online trying to figure out which character should get into what class. So it's probably good they took away that choice for me. So that part's really interesting. And it's also, the storyline is really unique because it takes place from 2 different perspectives. So you're playing as like 2 different people tacticians. A boy and a girl that are kind of like destined. They're like weird. It's like a weird soulmate sibling thing. I don't really want to. It's weird to explain. But I'm definitely
incest in this game or something.
No, but it's like I can already, not to do spoilers, but I can already tell that these 2 are like descendants of the gods, basically, who were siblings, but they're not siblings. And so it's that weird thing where like they act like lovers and soulmates
they're
and
cousins?
destined. I don't know. I guess like they act like destined soulmates, but like it's because in the past they were siblings. It's one of those weird things that I've seen it in a lot of Japanese weird soulmate stuff, and so to me it's not new, but it's definitely weird. So that's what I see it. That's why I call it like weird incestuous love like soulmate thing. But anyway, but I'm quite enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a remake of the 1992 game, so I'm guessing a lot of mechanics are pretty old.
Yeah. Well, it's remastered completely. I mean, the graphics are updated. The one thing that I was told that was bad that I definitely agree with, and especially after playing Awakening, I definitely agree with. So the maps and like how they set up the units and like stuff like that, they didn't really change the layout from the 1992 game. So like they just kind of reported it and remastered as far as the graphics and stuff like that. So the maps so far are pretty like, not super exciting. It's just not really that interesting. You kind of see the same old landscapes over and over again and stuff like that. So that kind of sucks. But we'll see if that changes. There's dungeon crawling, which is also really interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's different. That's not usually in Fire Emblem games, but it was in this game. You just kind of enter it. That's kind of how you can get the like infinite dungeon stuff, because usually battles, once you want to battle, that's it. But this is how you do the infinite dungeon crawl. So you go through a good dungeon area, and you see the enemies, and basically if you guys come at each other at the same time, then you start in like a mini map battle. If you attack first, then like they lose some health. If they attack you first, then you lose some health. So it's like a small scale tactical battle. So as far as like the tactics portion and like using cover or like different landscapes, it's not really that interesting. But everything else about it is really nice. I like all the characters, and we'll see where it goes. So yeah, that's on the 3DS.
Nice.
Cool.
I didn't do shit, so you just keep going, you two.
What'd you do, Fo?
I played 2 new games. I finished both the games I did last week. I finished Heroes Rise the Prodigy, and I finished War Tile. So War Tile still, it's early access, so it's still in development. Heroes Rise the Prodigy is well and out, and it had the worst ending of all time.
What? Was it all a dream?
The story ends okay. Like narratively, the story ends, but immediately after, like you're clicking next, like the epilogue. Okay, read some more. Like you're clicking next, like you're actively reading, and then this page just gets shoved in your face saying, if you want a guide for the decisions to get the best ending, buy it here. It's like, holy crap. Like, trying to take my money to see the best ending in your... it just made me sick. It was like, this game was fine. It was fine until this moment. Now it's a stay away cancer game. It's very, yeah. I was considering, because it's a series. It was like, I have all the Heroes games, or I have 3 different Heroes games. I got them in a bundle or something. I was considering doing the other ones, and now I'm definitely not.
Are you going to play it?
No.
Not on principle.
I mean, it wasn't that good. Like, it was an okay game, but it wasn't like, oh boy, I'm curious to see what happens next. It's like, if people like it, I don't hate it.
Is it called the Perfect Legend Guide?
Probably.
Yeah, it's $1.
That's not a lot.
But still, it's
it's still dumb. I have half of a mind to try and figure it out what it is. Like, just play the game for like hours and hours and hours and figure out the best combination. Because they tell you your score at the end. Like, you can get some negative number up to the best score of 70. And I got like 44 or something like that. So I should just play the game over and over again until I get 70 and then release that as a Let's Play. If nobody's done it already. I assume somebody's already done it. But
oh, yeah, definitely.
So why pay the $1? It's dumb. Like, I'd be much less upset if it wasn't so, like just shoved in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just having it right there, like on a full page, end of the game. It's like, oh, screw you. It's like, you didn't get the good ending, you idiot. So I finished that nonsense. The 2 new games I played. Well, they're not new games. They're just games I haven't played before. They're, the first one is called Even the Ocean, which is, from a game studio that made a game I did a Let's Play for last year called Anodyne. And Anodyne was kind of like it's very
Zelda-ish?
Link's Awakening Zelda-ish, yeah.
Mm.
So even the ocean is more like a platformer game. It kind of alternates between like heavy narrative and platforming. And I haven't gotten into like anything super tricky at the platforming yet. Pretty much just in the tutorials. But it's got this really interesting mechanic. Actually, multiple mechanics. So the main core mechanic is if I hold right to run, I have a shield in front of me. Basically, whichever button I hit to go, I'll put a shield in that direction. And I can hold down C to lock the shield there. So if I run to the right and then I hold down C and then run to the left, my shield still goes to the right. So this has an impact. Like if there's a windy level or something, you can like if you hold your shield perpendicular to the wind, it'll force against it. So like if I hold it up, I can run against the wind. But if there's like a gust coming from below, I can put the shield up or down and jump extra high.
So the shield is like a major thing.
It's a major thing.
Okay.
And I kind of wish, I don't know, so it's kind of hard to use. It's very hard for my brain to be like run left, hold C, now run right kind of stuff. Like what my ideal controls would be arrows to move, WASD to angle the shield, and then like space to jump. Because the only keys right now that you use are arrows, like X to jump, and C to lock your shield. And so if I just use WASD, arrows, and space, it'd be much more easier for my brain. But I don't know if they wanted to make it that easy. It's supposed to be tricky, probably.
It would be cool to have like the twin stick style. You move with the left analog and like.
That would be really cool. Actually, don't know if this has controller support. Maybe it does. Maybe it's just built around that, and the keyboard controls are crappy because they expect you to use control. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But the other interesting mechanic is you don't have health. You have a bar, and it's basically. No, yeah. It's basically half green and half purple. And there's things in the environment that give you that shift it towards purple or green. So once you reach a certain amount of purple energy, you jump higher. And I'm gonna get this backwards. No, purple energy makes you run faster, so you can jump longer. Green energy makes it so you can jump higher. If either of the bars reaches the end in either direction, you die. So you kind of have to play the environment to absorb energy to be able to run faster or jump higher, but not too much energy because then you'll die. So it's kind of balancing, like hit the purple plants, do the jump, hit the green plants to get it back down to the middle, spend green energy to open up this green door, get some more purple to get back to the middle. So it's kind of like this
That's
decision.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's refreshing. It's
is
reasonably
there a plot reason to it?
So the universe, the mechanic in the world, that the world is built upon light energy, and I can't remember the name for light energy. It's basically green and purple light energy, and green energy is associated with height, and purple energy is associated with width. It's like the main hub city, the middle is like this huge tower of it's vaguely greenish, and the slums all around it are vaguely purplish and they're sprawling.
Ooh.
So this kind of class thing going on there with the light energy.
That's really interesting.
I'm definitely intrigued. I haven't played it for a full hour yet even, but it seems good. It seems really good. So I'm looking forward to that one, or playing more of that one.
You really enjoy Anodyne, right?
I did quite enjoy Anodyne. Yeah, I was very surprised by Anodyne. A little easy, but that's fine. I definitely prefer it too easy than too hard. The other game I played is called Price, all capitals, Price. It's very anime, and it's a point-and-click adventure.
No, Sarah should play it.
I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of creepy,
play, right?
It's very atmospheric. Yes, I think it is, actually. I'd forgotten that fact. So I basically did the first room. I did the first room, and I had to use a game guide already because so it's partially my fault and partially the game's fault. So the puzzle I got stuck on is you find this music box, like a do 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 kind of music box, and you find some gears, and you put the gears in the music box, and then a text box appears that says it reads ... And so previously in this game, when you found a journal or something, it would go it reads, and then it would switch to the text that journal contained. And nothing happened in this case. Is the game bugged? Is it not showing me something? It turns out what I was supposed to do, and actually, no game guide told me this. The game guide, basically, what happens is you look at it says it read ... you look at the music box. The music box has dots. You know how dots work on the music box, and so the dots go like 3, 2, 5, 7, and so 3, 2, 5, 7 is a password for something else in the room. And so all game guides told me was use 3, 2, 5, 7, and then I kind of having that in my head, like went back and figured it out retroactively where that number came from. But I don't understand the puzzle then, because I don't know why I had to put gears in the music box to see the dots. Like if there were no gears there, I could just turn it because there's no resistance. Like it was a very poorly designed puzzle, but it was only one example of that. The game itself has really high production values, but is not the best puzzle designs. Kind of
quite
intense.
like the art style.
Stuff. I really like the art style.
I love the art style. I gotta play this.
It's very atmospheric.
The character design kind of reminds me of like Rhythm Thief for some reason. A little bit. Yeah, it's a 3DS game. Just a bit.
But yeah, it's also. I mean, it's free. It's probably really short. I expect to get like 3 episodes out of it, maybe 3 or 4. But they're gonna be heavily edited because the first one I recorded for like an hour and cut out half of it because I was just trying to find the stupid numbers to solve the thing. But yeah, it's good. It's especially for free. It's one of the better free games out there, I think. But that's all I played. That's all I played for the channel, certainly. I got a Steam key for a project I backed a long time ago called, is it? Frickin' actually my email right now. I believe it's called Dark the Fall. Am I just combining 2 different game names in my head right now?
Dark the Fall?
Dark the Fall, Edgelords.
Now with more emo.
Like, I don't know, now that Doomfist is coming out in Heroes of the Storm, I wonder who's edgier, Doomfist or Reaper?
Wait, I thought Doomfist is for Overwatch? No?
Yes, is that what I said?
You say Heroes of the Storm.
Ah.
Yeah, you didn't say Overwatch.
Well, I'm sure he'll come to that eventually.
Yeah. Doomfist.
Okay, it's called Black the Fall. I'm sorry, not Dark the Fall. Black the Fall.
The Black the Fall. Got it.
Very, very
The
different.
Black the Fall. The Transformers the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm trying to remember
What kind of game is it? You don't even remember.
what kind of game it is. Because there's a different game I played that might be this game where it was very like Inside. Okay, this is the game. Yeah, it's very much like Inside.
Of course it is.
So I don't know.
Like it.
I don't know if it'll be good or not because games like Limbo, Inside, Monochroma, Dead by Daylight, or not Dead by Daylight, is that the right one? It's very easy to do them badly because I was just talking to Shore about this. I don't like in video games. I don't like walking slowly from A to B most of the time. I like to walk at a brisk pace or be able to control my
just
speed.
playing that just now.
And so a lot of these like sideways, very atmospheric. They're platformy, but like not really platform, more like puzzle games.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
yeah.
They're very, very slow. So if you die, it means, oh boy, I get to spend the next 4 minutes walking over again. Like friggin' joy of joys.
Enjoy the atmosphere again.
So the demo, I played the Black Fall demo when they sent it to the backers, and it had a bit of that problem. So we'll see.
Why do you keep backing all this Limbo Inside style games?
I backed it so long ago, you guys. It was
was it a phase?
6 years ago.
Was it a phase for you?
Yeah, it was a phase. I was back in
a
like
Limbo phase.
No. It was a video. Oh, I mean, I guess probably rated Limbo.
It was the emo,
Limbo and Braid.
angsty video game phase.
It's more puzzly.
It's like, I want a side platform, but I want it all
non-triple A story shit.
It was a
Did you say
bit
6 years ago?
I did say 6, but I mean, that number is not grounded in any fact or reality.
Okay.
It could have been 6 years. I mean, if I look
college.
Let's check Kickstarter and see what it says. But so I also played Diablo 3 a bit more. Because last week I kind of laughed at how easy the game was. We bumped it up 2 difficulty levels, and so enemies don't have. Yeah, to the max. This is the max difficulty you can set it at if you haven't beaten the game once before.
Right.
It triples enemies' HP and it doubles their damage roughly, and it's still super easy.
All right.
But
Guess you're good.
I am now leveling up so quickly. I cannot be bothered to check my character every time I level. Like, I basically just wait every 3 levels before checking, because it's just too much work to check it every, like, minute.
Oh my gosh.
So that's actually...
That's actually pretty similar to the early parts of Grim Dawn. You level so fast, you always check, like, a few levels only. Because it's just too much work.
I kinda like it. I don't know that I think it's the best thing ever, but I like it.
What level are you now?
I really have 2 characters. There's one character I'm playing with a bunch of people. There's one character I'm playing solo. So I played yesterday with a bunch of people on the hard difficulty, and I think we hit level like 34 or 33. So we're not far.
I'm guessing you have a monk character.
Yes, that guy's the monk. But my solo character's a barbarian. But I might start doing a 3rd one. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's pretty much all I played. I can't think of anything else interesting. Yeah, that's it. I watched a great movie called
Get Out.
No. I mean, I watched that, but that was good too. But no, I watched a better movie.
Oh.
Wait, did I talk about this last week? Because I watched last week. Did I
last
talk
week you
about
watched
watching
Spider-Man, right?
Last week did I? No, that was our guest. Did I talk about watching Time Cop last week? No.
You said you wanted to watch it, but you didn't.
That's right. That's what I said. Okay, because immediately after the next day, that weekend is when I watched a lot of movies. This weekend, I watched Time Cop, Get Out, and there was a 3rd one that wasn't very good. It's completely forgettable apparently. But the one I watched yesterday is an HBO movie that came out a week ago, and it's called The Tour de Pharmacy, and it's like a parody of the tour. It's like in '82. The Tour of France, everybody was on drugs. So you have like John Cena and being like, no, this is just the body you get when you're working on a bicycle all day. He's like super like German, and they're like, what are these blood bags? Like, it's Gatorade. I'm gonna drink the Gatorade. He's like drinking like blood. I'm like, oh, it was so. It's got Orlando Bloom and Jeff Goldblum and Andy Samberg,
John
and
Cena,
Bacon, and Mike Tyson. Dolph Lundgren, it has Lance Armstrong, everybody's in this movie. Like, it's super weird when you see somebody who you don't recognize, because everybody is somebody.
Everybody's somebody.
And it's pretty good. It's pretty funny. I laughed really hard. So I recommend that. Tour de Pharmacy.
It's new, right?
It came like the 7th
but you
of
say
July.
It's HBO? So it's not in the cinemas, right?
It's a TV movie.
TV movie.
Yeah, TV movie. TV movie.
Oh, that's Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he mentioned that, yeah.
I'm gonna watch that now.
Oh, man.
Dolph Lundgren, John Cena, and Jeff Goldblum in one fucking movie? Yes. Kevin Bacon, fuck.
So the way the movie works is it flashes back to that '82 Tour de France, and it flashes forward to the present when they're filming the documentary. And so certain characters are paired up. Like Andy Samberg is young Jeff Goldblum in this setting, and like Dolph Lundgren is old John Cena. So it's really funny to have them like just go like back and forth between the two because they're wearing the same outfits.
Oh my goodness.
Andy Samberg and Jeff Goldblum play like some rich white guy from Africa. He's like, I wanted to be the first African to win the Tour of France. Like, but you're not. I mean,
African.
Yeah.
That's
kind of the joke that goes through the whole thing.
Oh, jeez. It's terrible.
Yeah. It's good. I recommend it.
Nice.
Also, Get Out was good. Time Cop. So Time Cop. Oh my gosh. That movie it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's from 1994, I think. And the premise is there's an organization, the Time Cops, and they police time to stop, I don't know, people abusing time travel. So essentially, yeah.
Oh,
but it's not clear how they do that. So like at one point, you see like someone in the background saying like, "Oh, we detected somebody trying to buy up property in what's going to be Beverly Hills to sell it for expensive later, a lot of money later." But then every time that Jean-Claude Van Damme comes back from a time and travel, something's different, and he's like, "Things are different." And they're like, what are you talking about? They've always been this way. It's like, you're the head of the time cops. This is your job. You should know when things are different. Like, you should be treating every single day of your job as people saying this. Just like,
Oh my gosh.
you are horrible at the time cop.
Fired immediately.
So basically, they don't have like systems in place to make sure all this shit doesn't happen. Pretty much.
I mean,
They
it
don't
doesn't
have a
explain it.
Stein reader.
There's so many. It's a great movie. You should. This movie is worth watching. It's so bad. Like the way they travel in time is they get like in this spaceship and rocket themselves at this wall. I don't know why the wall's there, but eventually they travel through time and they appear with no spaceship. And then they have like this wristwatch which they hit and they go back to the present. And they're back in the spaceship, and they just kind of like appear on the track again. It's just like, why is the spaceship even there? Oh, and like nobody has any memories. And like, even though the movie's like set in 2004, they go back to 1994 a whole heck of a lot. Like, I've never seen a time travel movie spend so much time in a boring time period.
1990s. Oh man, things are
The
good.
worst
then.
part is like his main motivation is his wife gets killed. He's like, I want to go back and save her, but I can't because it would break the laws of time coppery. I don't know. But at the end of the movie, he saves his wife and he goes home and like he has a son who's like 8 years old. But like he has no memory of this kid. Like it doesn't like the way time travel works is like even though he saved him, like even though his wife never died, he still has memory of her dying. He's like from a different dimension where she died. So he's not from the timeline with a son. It's just it's so weird. His wife is played by Ferris Bueller's girlfriend though, which is pretty cool because I've never seen her in anything else.
Oh wow.
And of course Jean-Claude Van Damme got some awesome splits. Pretty good splits.
Must do the splits.
I don't know. It's a great bad movie. I've been meaning to watch it for a long time because whenever I played Broforce, I like to know where everybody's from. So like I'd seen most of the movies that inspired Broforce, but I hadn't seen Time Cop. And then that podcast.
Oh wait,
listened
what?
to had this.
There's a time cop character in Broforce?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I could be
Does it
confusing
have
it
like a
with
special
different
time power kind of thing?
Yeah, he slows down time because there's actually
Nice.
a really cool level with it. There's in Broforce they have certain levels where you are stuck as a certain bro, and it's kind of like a puzzle level. And so his level is you're basically buildings are exploding constantly, and so you're jumping from like debris to debris to get to the next recharge of your time slow powers in time. It's actually super fun. I think it's Time Cop. That's what I'm thinking of. Let me see. Bro Force Time Cop. And his name is Time Bro. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yes, parody of Max Walker. Time Bro Van Damme. What?
I am disappointed.
I mean, Broforce is pretty...
They have a lot of... I never knew this stuff. They have names like this is the stats for Time Bro. His weapon is a Time Cop Bro Retta. His special is Time Slow. His melee is Kick Jujutsu. Or Kick Jutsu. Kick Jutsu.
Kick jutsu.
Kick Jutsu.
Alright. It's not. Okay. Sure.
Broforce.
Broforce.
Yeah, that's good. That was actually good.
Did you guys already talk last week about Spider-Man? Because I actually did see it. I don't know what.
Yes, talked about it, but neither of us have seen it, so we didn't.
Okay.
We just.
It's cool. I actually really enjoyed. I won't get to too much because people probably already heard about it to death. I actually really enjoyed it. I actually laughed a lot in that movie, a lot more than I thought I would. One thing I really liked about this movie, I will say, is most movies that are supposedly set in a high school it's very obvious they like have never talked to a high schooler in their life, right? Like it's very just not what high school is like. This movie, I actually felt like the way that the high schoolers were portrayed was, I mean, not 100% authentic, obviously, but like more authentic than usual. And it was really weird, especially since it is like Spider-Man back in high school, but like it was not nearly as much about the high school BS as I expected it to be. In fact, part of the issue with, it really wasn't. I mean, there was high school drama, but it was not the focus. And in fact, the main thing about this movie was actually like there's a lot of points where you think you're like, oh man, Spider-Man, don't do it, Peter. What are you thinking? And he doesn't do it. Like participating in the high school drama. Like, you keep thinking, like, oh man, he's gonna go and do this stupid thing, and then he doesn't. Like, not a spoiler, just an example that happens early on. It turns out that the girl he likes thinks Spider-Man's really cool, of course, right? And so he's told, like, it's suggested to him that maybe he should, like, bring Spider-Man to the party to impress her. So he's about to do it. He's, like, dressed as Spider-Man, is about to, like, go crash the party to say hi to the girl that he likes. But then he sees something that's related to a issue that he's investigating that takes place in the whole movie, and he goes to that instead. He skips out on the party. And that's how the movie keeps operating. So that was actually, I was rather pleasantly surprised that that's how they chose to go with it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Our guest last week said there's a lot of focus on the high school stuff, but you said
that's what he said.
Interesting.
He said he liked seeing a lot more Peter Parker in high school. I'm like, no.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I guess to me, like, the way you do, but it makes sense, I guess. It's not nearly as much as they don't focus nearly as much as they could have. I mean, the whole point of the movie is he's in high school and he wants to do more stuff outside of high school, but he's not given anything to do. That's the whole point of it. And so, yeah, he's in high school a lot, but, like, it's not meant, I don't know, it's not unnatural, I guess. At one point, actually, the whole point is that he goes on a school field trip so that he has an excuse to see the bad guys, actually, because he finds out the bad guys are going to be in this one area, and he was going to cancel on this school field trip so so he could focus on the bad guys. But he's like, oh, I'll go on the school field trip anyway because I want to do these bad guys. And so a lot of times he actually, like, totally doesn't do things with his friends, totally flakes on them for dealing with the bad guys. So, and the bad guys, in my opinion, are kind of different than the Marvel super villains we've seen so far, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just what I think. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just...
their motivation?
The motivation's definitely unique.
Because it's Kevin Costner, right?
It's not Kevin
right,
Costner.
Yeah.
And not Kevin Costner.
It's not, wait, it's who is the guy who plays the bad guy?
It's Beetlejuice, whatever his name is. He's Batman.
Batman.
I can never remember his name.
Yeah. I always mix him up with Kevin Costner, though. I don't know why.
I can understand that. His name sounds like Kevin Costner, I think.
Yeah, it does sound like Kevin. Yeah, that's why I thought that sounded right at first, but then I realized it wasn't.
I never remember this guy's name.
Michael
I like
Keaton?
him so much. Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Yeah, it's Michael Keaton. Yeah, the super villain. Yeah.
They kind of do look alike a bit.
Yeah, I think they kind of do. But yeah,
a bit.
Yeah, not Costner, Keaton. But I don't know. I actually really enjoyed it. And I think the great part for me personally is whole Marvel Cinematic Universe is weird, right? And the way they tried to portray how high schoolers react to it was pretty funny. I don't want to reveal one of the funniest parts of the movie.
You mean like they make references to the previous movies and stuff?
Mm-hmm, a little bit. I don't want to spoil this because it's actually really funny, but all you need to know is so there's a point where they're in a gym, and it turns out, I guess, that Captain America did a lot of videos about, like, about your body.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's pretty great. So they reference that and stuff like that. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed it, and some parts were actually. And I forgot to mention, Iron Man's really not in the movie that much. Like,
Boo.
I thought he was. Yeah, he's in it. He's in it. He's not
That's
like,
fine.
but
I actually don't care either way.
Yeah, no, I think he was in it just enough. Like, he wasn't in it too much. I think, like, the times when he needed to be there, he was there, and his role is really, it's pretty powerful. They really made him, like, really good. He wasn't just, you can tell he's not trying to be a distant father, even though he's kind of forced to be, and it's really interesting.
Wait, he's like a father?
How do I explain this? He's trying to be a mentor. He's trying to be a mentor figure, and you can tell, like, he actually cares. And you can tell he actually cares, but...
Because in the Civil War comics, in my opinion, Iron Man corrupted Spider-Man, because Iron Man was pro-registration, and Peter Parker... Spider-Man was anti-registration. It's like, I gotta protect Aunt May and my loved ones and all that stuff. But Iron Man's like, hey, I'll give you a cool new spider suit. He's like, I'll do it because I'm a sellout little poop head.
Well, then you might like.
At that time, he didn't have his own company yet. I'm guessing.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know. The way that they portrayed him here actually
It
made a
was a
lot
cool
of
suit,
sense. Yeah, probably was. And the ending
You gotta
was
protect
good.
super hot Aunt May.
Yeah,
all the bad
super hot
guys.
young Aunt May.
They keep referencing how hot Aunt May is in this movie
In
at
the
least
movie?
3 times. At least 3 times.
Wow.
There are 3 people who basically hit on her. Or
Basically,
I mean, she is
all
hot.
the interviews as well. They just can't stop talking about how hot Aunt May is.
It's
now.
ridiculous. I don't know. I would actually, maybe if you don't want to see it in theaters, you want to give money that way, that's fine. But if you get a chance to see it, I mean, you may not like it too much focus. There is focus on the high school aspect, but it's not, I don't know, it's not really as cringeworthy as I thought it would be. For instance, I mean, there was a guy that bullies Peter Parker, but it turns out he's also a super nerd. Like they're
right.
they're both on a debate team. Not a debate team. The what do you call that? It's like No, it's like when they have to answer a bunch of like random questions as fast as they can.
mathletes? Or
Basically, it's
there's
like
a word for it.
I forget, but it's like that kind of thing.
Got it.
They're both on it, and so he's also a super nerd. He's just basically he just kind of, and the way they even do the bullying was actually way more realistic than I thought it would be. There's no stupid lunch scene where like a bully tries to take down his lunch tray and he has his spidey skills. There's no scene like that, or anything. He just kind of tries to like bully him, but people just kind of join in because they're like, oh, whatever. But no one's really actually trying to like make Peter's life miserable, which is really nice. I don't know. I don't know. I actually quite enjoyed it. You
Where does
might
it
be
rank
pleasantly
compared
surprised.
to all the previous Spider-Man, starting with Tobey Maguire?
To be honest, I actually kind of like this one the best. My
better
second
than Spider-Man 2?
See, I was with Spider-Man 2. It wasn't my favorite. I liked Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2 it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I don't know, it was fine, but it just wasn't like my absolute favorite.
To be clear, Spider-Man 2 is only ranked so highly because Doc Ock is so amazing.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like, he's
what's that
really
actor's
cool.
Alfred Molina.
Molina. Yeah.
Yeah,
Such
like,
a
he was
cool
cool.
actor.
He's
Yeah.
cool.
But, like, yeah, this was definitely probably my favorite. It definitely, because it takes place in the Marvel Universe, by itself, there's a lot of references that wouldn't make sense. So, like, as a standalone film out of the Marvel Universe, I don't know if it quite works that well, but in the context of the Marvel Universe, it's a very good movie. They did a good job with what they had to work with, I thought. So
I'm more excited for Black Panther, to be honest.
I am so
Like,
excited
for
for
sure.
Black Panther.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Even though I prefer Spider-Man, like,
Yeah.
just overall.
Is Ant-Man 2 coming out this year?
I don't know.
The Ant-Man and Wasp, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm interested. I am tentative about that movie. I was pleasantly surprised with Ant-Man 1, but I'm still tentative.
I mean, so this Ant-Man 2 will have 0 Edgar Wright influence, which is
Yeah.
a step backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, kinda.
So we'll see.
We'll see what
Oh.
happens.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018, screenplay by Paul Rudd. Interesting.
Cool.
Oh,
I have faith in
Okay.
Paul Rudd.
I have faith in Paul Rudd as well. So maybe there's some hope then. I think I actually liked Paul Rudd more as Ant-Man than I thought I would, so I was quite happy about that. But yeah, I don't know. I give Spider-Man a chance. It's definitely, I know it's got high school stuff, but it's not. I don't know. They make it work better than I thought they would, so it might be worth checking out. But I'm definitely excited for Black Panther. Also, before I forget, because I want to mention this, Fo, you mentioned the new Jumanji movie, which I was kind of like, okay. I finally saw a preview for it, and I really want to see this movie now. Oh my gosh. I was cracking. I can't. I can now see what you were talking about, because I didn't quite understand the context when you mentioned it before. But yeah, I definitely need to see this movie, if only so I could see how The Rock portrays a skinny white boy.
Yep, it's quite a transformation.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be great. Trying to think, but yeah, Spider-Man, I liked it a lot. We'll see.
Nice.
Thor 2 should also be good, theoretically, with Jeff Goldblum.
Go Bloom. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Sorry, what? What is Jeff?
Thor 3 with Jeff Goldblum.
Ragnarok, yeah. Well, we don't talk about Thor 2. It was okay.
Yeah, I completely. The only I wanted to like Thor 2 more because I liked the bad guy more, or rather, I liked the actor who played the bad guy more.
I want to like Thor, but it's just the actors are good.
Thor's
I mean,
boring.
It's so
like as a personality. Like that's kind of why Wonder Woman didn't knock it out of the park with me. She's good, but she's very Thor-like.
Yes.
I can see that. But yeah, I don't know. They just the Thor movies, like I'll watch them, but and I love the interaction between Thor and Loki. Like those two actors are great together. They really work well together. I love them on screen, but
characters are boring as fuck.
Yeah.
The actors are good. The characters are
very.
I know exactly, and
what I want Thor to be replaced by Drax the Destroyer.
Yes, exactly. Have you heard the little like side canon of that Guardians of the Galaxy is just a game of D&D with Marvel guys?
I haven't. That's fantastic.
So basically, I'm gonna phrase it.
Captain America.
Okay, so the thing I read said Captain because their whole thing was that what's his face the Winter Soldier their whole thing was the Winter Soldier was the DM, so they said Captain America played the raccoon whose name I can't think. The raccoon because he was trying to make a broken character, and they said that that Tony Stark would have been the lead character because he thinks he's a Casanova. I would switch him personally. Yeah, I think Tony would be way more likely to make a super broken raccoon character, and I
can't see Captain America role playing as Rocket at all.
I can't.
Like, Rocket's a thief.
Yeah, I could see him trying to role play as
Groot.
No. I could see him actually trying to be Peter. The joke was they said Groot was being played by the Hulk. Yeah, because he just doesn't care. And
they both are the same role in the party.
Yeah, exactly.
The strong punch guy.
Yeah, and Drax was played by Thor because he doesn't have to worry too much about. He can play up the fact that he doesn't know like what to say and stuff and just the stupid stuff. And Black Widow is yeah.
Because sexism's alive and real. Not down.
Exactly.
That means Hawkeye got left out. Why did they have Winter Soldier but not Hawkeye?
Maybe Hawkeye's the DM. Maybe Hawkeye's the DM. I don't know. Nobody cares about Hawkeye, sadly.
That is true. Green Arrow is.
They do try to force. They did try to force him in the movie, though, right?
Yes.
Giving him like responsibilities.
I thought Hawkeye was fine in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah. Adventure! Yeah, no,
he was much more boring in the second one.
Well, the thing that I hated about the second one is that they Joss Whedon tried to out Joss Whedon us, because they tried to make it be like, oh, he's a family man. Oh, he's about to buy a boat or something, or about to redo the deck. He's about to go into a battle.
He's gonna go into woodworking or something.
Yeah, exactly. He's about to. So he's like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna die, and then he doesn't. And I was like, oh my gosh, Joss Whedon, I hate you.
Have either of you heard of a show called Angie Tribeca?
Yes.
Sounds familiar. I don't know.
It's on season 3. It's like a comedy show.
Rashida Jones in it, right?
So Rashida Jones is the main actress.
Yeah.
And she basically plays a cop, and it's very much like a modern day version of like Police Academy or Naked Gun. But like there's an episode in it where she's talking to her chief. He's like, well, I turned 50 and regulations are I have to start building a boat with a whimsical name. So next time you see him, he's like sanding wood for the rest of the season. He's just like working on this boat in the background. Like, because the style of comedy is everyone plays it very straight, but there's this bizarre stuff going on all the time, like airplane or it's like this craziness just happens all the time in the background. Also, Alfred Molina, she's great. I mean, the whole show is great, but I don't know. It's hard to say on her own. I think she's really good on her own, but everyone else in the show is also really good. Like Alfred Molina plays the
There's Alfred Molina in that?
He plays the coroner. And like so every time he comes on, he's got a different ailment. Like so he'll like come in a wheelchair. He's like, she didn't die by this, she died by that. And he'll like stand up and like start walking. Or like he'll come in and he'll be blind. He'll be like patting everybody down inappropriately, and he'll like take his glasses off and like, okay, what's next? Like every time.
You gotta watch that. I know about it.
Yeah,
You watched
a
it
bunch
before.
of cameos too. Like John Hamm or like Bill Murray will have like one episode cameo.
Of course.
Nice.
Of course.
I love Rashida Jones. She's really.
I think
Yeah, she's good.
I looked it up and I backed Black the Fall.
I couldn't. I don't know
14.
why. There was something just not right with the Parks and Rec final season. Did anybody watch that?
I didn't watch it.
I never watched Parks and Rec. I just know the
It's
references.
so good.
I've seen
It's
the
so
fair
funny.
number
No,
of
it
Parks
is.
and
I
Rec.
need to.
Definitely not all.
There's just something weird about the last season. I only went into like the first few episodes and I just can't watch it anymore.
Mm.
It's really weird because all the previous seasons I couldn't stop. But the last season is like this is weird. I'm not even sure if I can finish it.
Might be because there's no more left after.
Not really. It wasn't funny. It
That's
felt
too bad.
forced.
That's kind of how I felt with most of The Office near the end.
Yeah. And also maybe I don't know.
Community.
I think at that point Chris Pratt is already famous.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes. I mean, because basically there's a plot device to explain why he gets fit. Because he gets fit
Oh.
for
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
And so they're like, why'd you go from this slob to this super ripped guy?
I don't know. It's just
He doesn't need them anymore, I guess.
Oh no. They're all pretty famous. I mean, most of the core group is all still pretty successful and famous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's her name? Amy Poehler's
Let's-
having a movie with Will Ferrell.
Oh.
I saw. And normally I actually don't like a lot of Will Ferrell's movies,
Yeah.
but that
yeah.
trailer was okay. That trailer was a solid okay. The thing I like about that trailer is it co-star one of the supporting cast is Jason Mantzoukas, who I quite enjoy.
Will Ferrell to me is like Jack Black. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's just something about this person on screen. The
It's 'cause
only
they both
movie that
play
I
really
enjoyed Will
outrageous
Ferrell in,
characters.
the only was the other guys. That was the only like Will
That was a
Ferrell
good
that
one.
I could stand him. I just
I
can't
definitely-
stand Jack Black and Will Ferrell.
I've
on
liked both
screen.
of those people in multiple movies, but definitely definitely more movies have been bad than good. But there's
Yes.
been
Yeah.
multiple movies that were good.
That's very true. There's maybe only a couple movies by each of them where I'm like, oh yeah, I would watch that movie. That's a fun movie. Like, I mean, everyone makes fun of Elf, but like Elf is silly and ridiculous. But
Elf is
I'll
fine.
watch it.
Elf is one of the
Elf
better
is
ones.
okay. House of School Rock, or whatever, one movie by Jack
Yeah.
Black. Okay, yeah.
School of
But
Rock.
like literally everything else, I don't know. I never
Yeah.
really got into what's Will Ferrell's famous one. They made her sequel like 10 years later. What was it? Anchorman. Yeah. I think I did watch parts of Anchorman. It was okay.
He had a
Um,
basketball one as well. He was okay
Oh,
in
yeah.
that.
was he in Dodgeball? Was that the one he was in?
No,
No.
he was not.
He wasn't in Dodgeball?
I don't recall him in Dodgeball.
Who was the famous? I thought he was.
Was he in
You're thinking of
basketball?
Ben Affleck, or not Ben Affleck. Oh, what's his name? Ben Stiller is the big one in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Maybe. Yeah. I
And
think
Vince
it is
Vaughn.
Ben Stiller. And
Vince
Vince Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Yeah,
Vince Vaughn kind
that's
of looks
right.
like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It was.
he also
yeah.
had one where he played a NASCAR driver. Was
Oh
it?
yeah, Talladega Nights was pretty
Yes.
popular.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
never
was
really
okay.
got. Yeah, I never really
The
got
other
into
guys
his
was the
movies,
best.
though.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
felt.
I never really got into his movies much. But yeah, no, I totally understand. Like
There's
both,
just
like
something.
both,
Oh, I want to punch
Yeah.
him.
like both Will Ferrell and Jack Black. I would love to like have like a
Please,
chat
no.
with in real life.
Oh, okay.
You know? Would you say?
I thought you said you wish they will make a movie together or something. I was like,
Oh,
no.
no.
No. I don't know how that would turn out. Maybe that'd be good. I don't know.
I'll probably watch that though.
I probably would watch that actually. They probably cancel each other out. No, like both guys, like I'd love to, I'd be willing to chat with them. They seem like pretty solid guys, but the movie is just not my thing.
Jack Black
Yep.
directed the Goosebumps movie,
Mm.
which
Did he really?
He was in it as well, right?
he had a kind of cameo in it. He played the R.L. Stein author of Goosebumps.
Yeah. How was that movie? I never saw it.
I was.
I
That
do
wasn't
not
great.
have any connection
But
to that
I-
Same.
IP at all.
Same.
Yeah, I missed out on that as a kid, so it's hard for me to judge all the little cameos. But it wasn't bad.
The Will
There's no
Ferrell
Kung
and
Fu
Amy Poehler movie is called The House. Basically, the town took away their daughter's college scholarship and they started an illegal casino in their friend's house to make the money back. Cue the comedy.
Oh my gosh, that's definitely different.
I saw there's a movie that's on Netflix now called Masterminds, starring Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig, and it's based on a true story where so Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig are armored truck drivers, and Kristen Wiig quits, and Owen Wilson convinces her to convince Zach Galifianakis to rob the armored truck place, all the money. And it's just this weird comedy, and it actually made me laugh really hard several times. There's a lot of dumb moments. Like I didn't watch it in theaters because it looked really stupid, and it was fairly stupid, but on the whole, it was pretty dang funny. Also, Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, it's one of those SNL tie-ins. It's just weird which SNL members it is, because like when I see like Will Ferrell, I assume it's going to be like Ghostbusters 3 level of comedy, just like really bad, kind of like wait for it slapstick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, NG Tribeca was created by Steve Carell and his wife Nancy Carell.
I didn't know I knew he was a producer. I didn't know he was a creator. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sure
Executive producer and created by, basically.
All right.
The wife is like a writer on like SNL and stuff.
That's right, she is. Yes.
So yeah, you guys want to get into some news?
Let's get into some
Probably.
news.
It's been an hour. We talked about movies most of the time, not even video games.
Yeah, let's get off before we start doing Face Off again.
To be fair, there's not much stuff, right, regarding video games also anyways. Really?
Yeah. I don't have anything groundbreaking.
There's also not much. First thing is, you guys remember the Alex Mauer news?
Remind me. Was this last week's? No, it was here.
It's not. No. The first time I brought it up was you were still here.
Okay.
Yeah. Alex Mauer is the one trans music creator.
Yeah.
That was like DMCA'ing YouTube videos plus the actual game on Steam of Star Mazer, whatever, DSP, whatever.
Yes.
So they fight, blah blah blah, sue, go kill yourself, blah blah blah. So a new game has now become victim of Alex Mauer's Happy Trigger DMCA gun bazooka thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah. River City Ransom Underground.
I heard of that.
Yeah. They were brought down by a DMCA?
The game was, or let's play of the game? Oh,
game.
Wow.
Literally. Jeez. Basically, she sent a DMCA to Valve, and then Valve said, okay. Which was what she did with Star Mazer. And Valve said, okie dokie. We'll do this without checking, I guess. That is what we do. Because we're robots.
Puppets.
So yeah, they're working on it, on getting back the game up. I'm pretty sure it's because she also has music in that game, and I think that she's basically like gonna attack like everybody she's been working with or something. I don't know.
Oh jeez.
She was actually put into involuntary psychiatric hole.
Yeah, I wonder.
For 3 days, and that pissed her off.
It made her even more psychotic.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously that didn't help because.
Does that ever help though?
It depends. Maybe. I mean, listen. Do you want me to get into the statistics?
No, thanks.
Because I will, and you don't want it. The answer is sometimes, but not enough usually. It's one of those. It's kind of like it's kind of like at best, it's like you go to the hospital when you have a heart attack, but don't actually like. You get saved from the heart attack, but actually don't solve the problem why you had the heart attack in the first place.
Prevent more heart attacks.
Yeah, exactly. At worst, you go in there with a heart attack, and you keep having a heart attack because they haven't found, why you're having a heart attack. So, take your pick.
Though, there's a lot of bad things that is coming out from this, obviously. But one of the, I think one of the worst ones is all the transphobic motherfuckers are coming out. Basically.
Yeah, like apparently they can't.
Seriously.
Gosh.
Okay,
people.
so there's this guy, right? He's on YouTube, and all he does is report. He basically thinks he's like an investigative reporter that talks about video games and stuff, right?
Oh boy.
He's a channel where he does this.
Yeah, Sid Alpha.
Oh boy.
And he has a lot of fans. He's not like 1 million huge.
Sid Alpha.
Yeah, he's not like 5 million channel kind of huge. I think he's like 50K or something. But he has a following. Yeah.
Oh,
And
dear.
he does a lot of like, you know, this video game stuff, like companies being shit, you know, those kind of stuff, like all the drama by the video game companies because we all love drama.
Yep.
And then people accused him of being transphobic because one of his videos, because he is probably the person most popular that's talking about this particular Alex Mauer thing.
Okay.
You mean after us?
Yes.
Obviously.
Obviously. Sorry.
Good job.
So he was putting all this like public information out about Alex Mauer because of like all the legal stuff that's gonna
Like
happen.
doxing her practically?
Not dox. There was doxing, but it wasn't
Not
from
by him.
I think.
Okay.
But one of the things he did was dead naming her, which I didn't know what it was previously.
Use her old name?
Use her like male name.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what a dead name is. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong for doing this, but I feel like if I'm talking about that person back when they were referred to by that name, it's kind of understandable to use that name. I mean, you shouldn't.
Okay. Let me just give the full thing. Her name is Alex something Mauer, and she has, you know, for a long time, like not used the middle name because it's a very male sounding name, I think. I can't remember what the name is. But there was no reason to use that name.
Yeah.
On his video is what people were trying to say. Like everybody knew who you were talking about, and even if
Paris, not the one in Texas.
Yes. Nobody in the world is gonna say I'm gonna go holiday in Paris, Texas. So
Paris, France.
The most romantic place in the world, Paris, Texas.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna look this place up. I want to see what kind of.
I don't know if there's anything special about it other than that. I bet they have a stupid tiny Eiffel Tower.
They probably do. I bet they do.
What the hell is this? Oh my god, do they really?
I derailed you. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. They really fucking do.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas, it's probably smaller than Vegas is too, which is probably really sad.
Oh gosh.
And it lights up
Light up the night.
badly looking at night too. Holy shit, it looks like shit. What the fuck? It has a cowboy hat at the top.
Welcome to Paris, Texas, the biggest Paris in all the United States.
The tower has literally a cowboy hat on top of it.
Oh my god! No, why? Well, now I know what the picture needs to be in our fourth corner. It's gotta be that. You realize that, right?
That's amazing. Yeah.
Oh,
I will
no.
sacrifice not calling attention to our Discord channel. By the way, we have a Discord channel. To put the freaking Paris cowboy hat Eiffel Tower thing. That's a beautiful tower. Like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Oh, Lord.
There's gotta be like a joke or something, right?
Is that
Like,
cultural
we're gonna have our own
appropriation?
Eiffel Tower in Texas. Let's put a cowboy hat on it, right?
It's Texas. We don't know when they make jokes.
Okay.
It's so hard to tell.
It's so hard to tell.
Okay.
Anyway, we were talking about some
Right,
serious
you're
crap.
Oh yeah,
Use-
transphobia and shit. Yeah, I forgot.
Transphobia, yeah, some serious things. Huh.
So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say like I'm going to sue this person, let's say, because she was like DMCA'ing like a lot of YouTube videos as well.
Yeah.
You can use the full name during the actual legal like official process. You don't have to say it to your audience. I feel like he was doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like it wasn't necessary at all. There was no reason
Yeah.
to do it at all.
Yeah. It was just meant to be pointedly disrespectful, it sounds like. And it's just like, really? That's what you need to draw
We're not
attention
defending
to?
what she's doing. She
No.
obviously needs help.
Yeah, obviously needs help and what she's doing is wrong, but we don't need to succumb to transphobia to do that. I'm laughing because I'm distraught.
I was on a Reddit thread, not about this, but another thing. There was a recent event at GDQ. Was it Games Done Quick? Was it
That
something
happened.
like
Yeah,
that?
Summer Games Done Quick was recently.
And there was like a couple of panels with like, I'm not sure what they do, they're trans, like male to female trans people, but I'm not sure if they're like speedrunners or whatever. Is GDQ like those speedrunning things for charity kind of thing? Done in like a few days, right?
Quick. Yep.
Yeah. So it was like a panel interview, and then I was on a Reddit thread, and it was like, oh my god, it was so fucking transphobic. Everybody was just using like the wrong pronouns on purpose and shit. And they were like, as long as this person has a penis, I'm gonna call it him, basically. He, whatever. Like, I don't know, it's just, gamers. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. Aren't we great?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I was, so we recently hired a guy at my work who used to work at Triton, which worked on the Rift MMO. And he was griping about, like, gamers. But he's like, one of my coworkers, in his spare time, like, not his working for Triton time, in his spare time, he got Rift to work on the Oculus Rift. And people complained. They're like, why didn't you spend your time working on this feature that I want? It's like, oh my god. Oh no.
This is fucking perfect. It actually leads into the next thing. It's so fucking perfect.
Perfect segue. Let's go.
So
I did just like you coached me to.
Remember that game that you wanted to play, Sarah, Dream Daddy?
Yeah.
The game that, you know, is about love and shit.
Love
about
with daddies.
Daddy love.
Daddy love. My favorite love. Let's keep going. What about it?
Yes. So they delayed the release, right? They were rushing really.
Yeah.
For that, like 1 month, they were like no sleep and shit. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, crunch time.
Crunch time, basically.
Yeah.
So they announced it on Twitter. People on Twitter were saying really shitty stuff like, why can't you release it on time? If you have time to stream the game, you would have time to complete the game. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It really just doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. People
also need sleep.
Yeah, exactly. People also have plans for things that they can't necessarily like cancel, you know. It's a little...
Yeah, you're gonna get your game eventually. It's just delayed because they want to make a better product. I'm not sure if you understand this.
They're doing better.
They're not delaying it to piss you off.
Yeah.
They're delaying it because they want to make it better.
They're doing better than most.
The faster they'll work.
Exactly. I mean, they're being better than most AAA games. I mean, most AAA companies would just release the game and be like, "Too bad." Trust me. Here's the game. You know, whatever. Ugh, people just get so impatient. I mean, I was sad too because I wanted to play it for my live stream. I was like, "Oh, this would be really cool," and it was delayed. And I was like, "Oh, that sucks." I didn't send an angry written tweet. Ugh, people.
The most annoying part about this is just a tweet. Is the fact that you had live streams going while people who wanted to spend money were left with nothing.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Talking, I guess.
Like, just because they do one thing doesn't mean it affects the other thing. I had this money to spend and you wouldn't let me. It was hurting me. I was in pain. And this one is probably the most entitled one. Yeah. I don't care if he needs rest.
Nice.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know that you are just don't care about people. Glad to hear it. Man, sometimes gamers suck. I love you all, but man, we sometimes suck.
I don't love any of you.
It's just Sarah here. She's on her own.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're
I
on
tried.
Your own, Sarah.
I just spread the love enough for all of you, I guess.
This is also literally why I don't like the label. I just don't like labels. Right?
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I'm a gamer, I'm a movieer, I'm a booker. It just doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah, I know.
Number two, the label comes with all this negative shit.
I know. Oh, well, trust me.
Name me a positive of a gamer. Name me a negative. Oh, transphobia, entitled, gamer game, whatever.
Yeah, it sucks. We gotta do better, folks.
Waters.
It's annoying. But anyway, yay. So hopefully, I don't know when the game is coming out. The last tweet that Vernon Shaw, who's he's the one who's been kind of working on this game. He's part of Game Grumps. He's like a producer like guy. I met him in real life. He's a cool guy. And he last tweet he sent was something about like stay tuned for Wednesday. I don't know if that's when the game is coming out or if they're gonna have more news Wednesday. I have no idea. So stay tuned for Wednesday is the last thing I saw. So we'll see. Calm yourselves, bros. Calm yourselves.
Chill with the entitlement. Just take it down a notch.
You're up to here.
Next one is Sam Barlow, the creator of Her Story, is making a new game.
Ooh, cool. I like Her Story.
It's called Telling Lies, and it's basically he didn't say much, but in the vein of a political thriller with 3 to 4 key characters. A movie he's watched extensively. For reference is Francis Ford Coppola's 1974 mystery thriller The Conversation, starring Gene Hackman.
I've heard of that, but I've never seen it.
I don't think I've ever seen it either.
Basically, he said, imagine Steve McQueen's Shame mashed up with The Conversation. 2 movies that I do not know.
I have not seen that either. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I do not
I like
understand
Steve
what the fuck
McQueen.
he's trying to say.
Okay, let's see what this is.
I like Gene Hackman, so...
You take a florpanarl and you just screw it on top of a higgledy hump and you got a meeple hammer.
Alright.
He also said...
I've had a stroke.
He also said they hope to cast Hollywood talent in the game.
Oh, interesting.
Because the non-Hollywood talent's on strike.
True.
Yeah, a little too real.
But I'm really excited because Her Story is like one of my favorite games of the past few years.
Yes, Her Story is
I think
great.
it was like
That's
number
the one
2 or
with a
3
bunch
on my
of
list
videos,
of
right?
like 2000 whatever it came out.
You gotta choose if she's lying at the end. It's kind of like you watch a bunch of like videos of an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there really is no... The ending is... Yeah, you basically kind of decide for yourself how you feel about it, basically. The question isn't whether she lied, it's whether you understand why she did what she did. So, yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because I'm at the cusp of making the biggest
really
spoiler.
And
it's really good if you haven't.
It's not very long as well, and it's really cheap.
No, not really.
As well.
It's very cheap. It's not very long. It took me 2 sessions to play it, but I think it was about. I think I played about
3?
10. No, it was longer. I played longer, but that's because I was meticulous.
Oh,
it was.
okay.
I played a while with it. That's because I was very meticulous. So.
And the actress was good.
The actress was great. She was great. And if you after you've played it, a lot of people have made a YouTube video where it puts all the videos in order.
Nice.
I highly recommend, like, after you've played it, like kind of watching and skipping through it because you really get to see the full talent of that actress when you see it all the way through like that, and once you understand the story, because you're like, holy crap.
I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Highly recommended.
Yes, so I'm hoping this one's good too.
Yes. Next one is Minecraft. It's about Minecraft. It's mostly actually it's about a mod by Minecraft, and the mod is called Pixelmon. It's been out for a while. It's basically a Pokemon mod, right? Okay. And I mean, obviously now, Pokemon Company, whatever, Nintendo requested them to stop. Just stop, right?
They're crazy about that, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, this is not your usual Nintendo fan mod whatever thing, right? Apparently, this mod is pretty shit.
Oh
no.
As in, like, the game, I think the game itself is good, but they actually they were making money out of it.
Oh. Well, shoot. You can't do that.
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no, guys.
They were using cursed downloads, which lets them make ad revenue per click. They were also running pay-to-win Pixelmon Minecraft servers.
Apparently, pay-to-win servers on Minecraft are like a really big thing.
But it's against their terms, I'm guessing. No? I don't know.
Against Minecraft's? I don't know about that.
I don't really know. I don't play Minecraft. I have no idea.
I don't either.
And apparently they also put in malicious code so that they can actually shut down and blacklist servers that they don't like. And And the YouTubers and YouTube videos that called out this bullshit malicious thing was like taken down with DMCA from them. With copyright infringement of all things.
Wow.
These guys who took another IP to make a mod in another game took down videos because of copyright infringement. Fuck.
Even though literally the videos that they were made against them is literally protected by fair use. Wow. All right.
So yeah, the weirdest part of it is it took Nintendo a bit longer than usual.
That's surprising. They're usually on top of that stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, after that one Pokemon game that was made, I never played it, but there was
Uranium?
Yeah, that one.
I have it. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I know. It took like one day, and then it was immediately out.
I was like, Uranium is out. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I haven't played it yet, but I have it, Nintendo.
Yeah. Pretty much like so many people were, and the creator was like, oh yeah, I took it out, but as he said, he's like, but I can't, help it if other people re-upload it elsewhere.
What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do about that? Because I mean, he wasn't selling it. He doesn't care.
So yeah, so this is literally the first time I'm gonna say it. It's probably the only time. Good job, Nintendo, for bringing down this horrible mod. Good job.
Thank you, Nintendo.
Good job for taking down this fan-made creation thing.
Yeah.
Good fucking job.
Good job.
Took you long enough. You should be faster. You should be more on point.
I know. Jeez. I am surprised. I am genuinely surprised it took them that long, though.
Yeah, seriously. They're usually super on point.
Yeah.
Last piece of news. Nothing huge. But again, it's sort of like shitty news because obviously that's like the only thing these companies like to do. But it's kind of like easy pickings because it's Zynga, the mobile guys. Do you guys know Zynga?
I think.
Yeah. Yep.
What have they done?
It's like the biggest mobile game company in the
Yeah.
world universe.
Oh, okay.
I
Whatever.
don't remember what their
Got it.
biggest. Did they do Farmville?
I think they did Farmville.
Got it. Okay. Got it. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, Farmville 2. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what else they made. Zynga Poker, I
jeez.
guess. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Bajillion things.
so-
Got it.
So they ran an experiment.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So this game is called some racing game on mobile. CSR Racing 2. And obviously there's premium microtransaction in there, right? That is normal. But the way they price the microtransactions is the one that is newsworthy.
Oh no.
The pricing is random.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Okay, if let's say the three of us play this game, right?
Okay. Okay.
And let's say we want to buy this particular car. I could get that car at $5. You could get that car, Sarah, at $15, and Fo could have bought the car at $35.
What the heck?
It's literally random.
It's fascinating.
It is fascinating. And there was a Reddit thread, somebody messaged, I think, their customer support saying like, why is my friend's DLC only $5 but it's showing $15 for me? And their answer was, the in-game costs of the latest Fate of the Furious cars are determined randomly and will not necessarily be the same for all players. Testing features like this allows the game team to optimize the game and give players like you an even better experience in the future. And the guy replied, so making me pay more will make my experience better.
It's for your own good. Appreciate it. Thank me.
I'd like to
Jesus.
Here's what I'm imagining when they came together in their table meeting room to come up with this idea. They're like, how can we get more money out of these gamers? And they're trying to figure out like gamers' mind, because of course all freaking CEOs don't know what gamers like, and so they try to figure out like, what do gamers like? And they always come with these weird things. And one of them goes,
the thing is, I think
gamers
it's
are
like
loners.
literally a consultant just coming up with new ways of trying to make
Money!
money or something.
Well, no. I think they're like, gamers are loners. They don't talk to anybody. They just sit in their rooms and play games all day. We could probably, they won't talk to their friends, so we can, do random prices. Then they'll never know. Like, what? No, that's not how that works. That's so laughable.
So yeah, so basically they said it is for a test. It's like a few other statements after that. It's a test. Test is completed, and they acknowledge that they heard that this test created a poor experience. Did they really need to test this?
For science.
For
Punching
science.
ourselves in the faces.
Did they
hurts.
really
People don't
need
like it when we spit
confirmation?
on them.
Did they really need confirmation of like them trying to sell somebody the same thing at $5 and somebody else the same thing at $35 would create a poor experience?
It
really-
reminds me. It reminds me of those science experiments of like, we've discovered that eating chocolate makes most people happy. Well, no
Yeah.
shit, Sherlock. That's what this reminds me of. Oh lordy. Okay.
And they also apologize, which is weird.
Thanks, I guess. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Video games are fun.
I saw a tweet from Neil Blomkamp recently. He's the director of like District 9.
Yes.
The tweet is just like, it's our business model. And it's just a bunch of money falling into a dumpster fire. The dumpster was able to Oat Studios, which is his studio.
Oh no.
Because he's making like a bunch of free stuff on Steam, right? Free movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, he
that
is.
would fit with that tweet.
Yeah. Basically, the latest one just came out, Zygot.
Is that him? Okay, I saw Zygot. I didn't realize what it was, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was one more, I think, that came out earlier or something. I don't really remember, though. It's like an experimentation kind of thing. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I really need to watch District 9. I heard it's good.
I liked it a lot. I liked it better than Elysium, certainly.
Oh, he made that as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are his two famous ones, I think. But that reminds me, I want to announce it here. Jotun is free to play.
Yes.
It's kind of like a
but
isometric Dark Souls-ish.
I'm not
But
sure if it's gonna be still free once this episode is up.
Oh, is it a limited thing?
Because on GOG, it's 48 hours. So I'm gonna guess that Steam is also 48 hours.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
I go to the Jotun page on Steam. I don't see anything. Ooh, it's got mixed reviews in the recent reviews.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Did something happen?
Yeah, Jotun free weekend. You're right. Never mind. I got your hopes up and dashed them most excellently.
Oh,
No, it's
wonderful.
not free weekend. Like, you own it. It's just that it's gonna be free for like
Oh.
48 hours. You will own it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No?
How do
I
you
don't
own it?
Now you're making me doubt myself.
How do you own
I mean,
a free game without forcing it to download it?
it's on
back
Steam.
then
it's got
you have to
DRM
download it.
type stuff.
Okay. So, I'm looking at it right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Play Jotun Valhalla Edition. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Free permanent copy.
Oh, and
of-
keep it forever.
Free permanent copy, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
You are right.
But it is only for the weekend that you can claim this game.
Got it.
Yes. So
Well,
yeah.
I will
The
install
reason
it.
is because they have a new game Sunday
Yeah.
and they want to promote it. Yeah.
Okay,
think that's a
yeah.
good way to do it.
Okay.
Sunday
Yep.
looks very nice. Like the art style looks very nice.
Yeah, I really like the art style. I had a buddy who started doing a Let's Play, but didn't finish.
Weem?
And no, is actually don't know his real name. He stopped doing Let's Plays.
You got so many friends. Okay.
Oh, I guess I was being polite. I was just an acquaintance, a colleague.
You know,
Uh,
no one's special.
Is acquaintance higher than colleague? Or is it
Yeah. I
Yeah.
say friend, acquaintance, colleague.
really?
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Because colleague, like there's an actual relationship with a colleague, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
but does it
acquaintance
have-
not really.
But it doesn't
So,
have
like,
to
I
be
mean-
emotional.
I might be
Sure.
overly endowing acquaintance, but to me it implies that you like interact with them in like your free time. Like a colleague, you only know if you're
Yeah.
forced together into work, but an acquaintance, like you are pen pals or something. I don't know.
So
Exactly.
if I
Maybe pen pals is his own thing.
if me and
Friend
my
pen
col-
pal.
if me and my colleague interact after office hours,
Yeah.
Are we acquaintances? Is it upgraded to
Yeah.
acquaintance?
You might
I
even
would
be
say
friends
so.
at that point.
Yeah.
Why are we even talking about?
I don't know. Well, if you would like us to contemplate more on the English language, let us know.
Seriously, the art style of Thunder looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, and Jotun.
Yes, it has Lovecraftian in the tag, so I'm guessing
Ooh.
it looks good. It really looks good, seriously. Nice.
You can pre-order Sundered for the standard 10% off.
Yes.
I'm not going to
What
do that.
else? That's it, really. There's nothing else.
All right.
I felt like I had something that I linked. Maybe I didn't link it. Was it?
You did link something.
I think that's a Jotun. Oh no, yeah, something else. The State of Mac Gaming. Okay, different articles. Oh, a lot of VR stuff. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just fabricating memories, like usual.
Fabricating memories. Oh dear. Here we go.
Yeah, you only shared like a SoundCloud thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Not
Yeah.
worth bringing up.
So yeah, anything else, guys?
I don't think I got anything.
Fellas, buddies, acquaintances?
There's a new Warframe out,
Mm.
and they had a massive graphics update.
Oh.
I
Oh
might
yeah,
play
and
this
the
weekend
open
to
world
check it
thing.
out.
You heard about that, right?
You told me about it. That's not
Yes.
out yet, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's gonna be
Okay.
a huge update. What the fuck? Open world in Warframe? Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge
think-
update. Yeah, it is.
They must be making a lot of money off of
Yeah.
skins
Definitely.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how much of it is like churn and how much of it is like whales.
Yeah, but
I'd be
like
really curious of those numbers.
like I'm not a whale. Like I'm not even close to being a whale. But even
You just keep
I
telling yourself that. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. That's mean.
All right.
Even I spent something like the usual amount I would have spent on like a slightly bigger game, kind of.
Yeah,
Like one of those $20-$30 kind of games.
Yeah, I definitely spent at least $20 on the game.
And that's just like me. I'm like peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah, not even counting the whales yet. Holy shit. Really,
Yeah,
really
because I
making
remember
making
I
a lot of
used
money.
back when we were both really into Warframe, like last year. I was on the subreddit
Like last
more.
year.
Like last year.
Ancient history.
We were children.
And
I grew
they
up
have
on
Barrow
Warframe.
Weekend as well. Barrow's in town. But on the subreddit, people have been talking about how much they'd spent on it, and there are people who spent thousands of dollars.
Holy shit.
I'm sure anybody who spent more would not want to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah. You wanna wrap up? Meow?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah. Where can people do the thing to find the thing?
Where they can find me? You can find me under Sarahscopic, SARAHSCOPIC. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm also on Twitch. Holy crap. So yeah, hit me up there. Sweet.
I'm also those places, technically speaking. I have streamed on Twitch, but I have no intentions of doing so in the near future with my current internet being the way it is. But yeah, I'm Foehamner there.
Okay.
Out,
Sorry to come
Foehamner,
back
out!
to- I'm
Drop
done.
my punch mic out of the sky.
I'm Pupunoob, all the places. If you wanted to check it out, you would have already checked it out.
Because you're here. Congratulations.
Yeah, Pupunoob. P-U-P-U-N-O-B. So this SoundCloud, they closed offices in San Francisco and London. Holy shit, 40% of their workers got slashed.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
SoundCloud's
The
not
face.
so hot. They've got funding through the end of next quarter, but it's up in the air after that. SoundCloud's huge. It's how a lot of like voice actors I know share lines and that kind of thing.
Is
Or
the office
samples,
anywhere you know
positions.
in San Francisco?
I'm sure it's in San Francisco, but yeah, I didn't know exactly where it was. I walked by somebody's offices recently. It's like Ubisoft or somebody had offices I walked by, which is cool to see.
Yeah, okay. So yes, thank you very much for watching, listening to the PlayOnUltra podcast. This has been episode
107.
7? Yes.
Because we looked it up.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Why?
Bye.